Did you imagine your debut going the way it went?
Um, no, no, I don't think anyone would have imagined that. Um, yeah, no, it was pretty special. Don't know how many people know, but my mum had also flown out from New Zealand without telling me and surprised me on the day. So yeah, it was pretty nuts. Like
When did you see her for the first time when she arrived?
we were warming up, and I walked out, and I was trying to find my partner and my kids, and I was looking around the stadium, and then I saw a lady looks an awful lot like my mum, so I got a little bit closer and had a better look, and there she was, watching on from the sideline as she normally would.
What was it about jiu-jitsu that you fell in love with?
Um, there was lots of reasons why I probably fell in love with it. I started to lose a bit of weight, started getting shape, so that sort of results. It was similar to being in a team environment, even though it's like an individual sport. It's like a family down there. I was surrounded by really good people as well inside of that group, and I just enjoyed the mental application for the sport. The best way to describe it is like human chess, and I just enjoyed that side of things as well as like the physical side of things, and yeah, I just gained a lot of confidence.
But in a different life, you could maybe have been heading for a career in the UFC, maybe.
Potentially, yeah, yeah, maybe. I don't know if I've got the chin for it, to be honest. But I don't know. I do enjoy it. I do. I'd love to. I'd love to go back to it at some point. But yeah, right now all my energy's dialed into the squad.
So while you're getting back into rugby and enjoying it, you go from a day on the tools to seeing in a changing room with some All Black legends. What's that like?
Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty nuts, to be fair. I've been very lucky with the clubs that I've been at, being surrounded by a lot of really good players that I've been able to learn off. And yeah, like you said, I was in the Crusaders. I think we had 14, 15, maybe even 16 All Blacks in the team at the time, and loads of guys that had come in and have now played for the All Blacks. So it was just crazy seeing how those players sort of operate, and how they approach each day, and training sessions and stuff like that. You kind of subconsciously learn off them, which is nice.
So how did you end up in the UK?
Um, don't know, word of mouth or something. I don't know. Toby Booth said he talked to Todd Blackadder about me, and obviously I was with Ethan Blackadder in the Crusaders at the time, and yeah, they gave me. They said some nice things about me, and Toby Booth was keen to get me over. I was a little bit reluctant to come over, but ended up coming over on a short-term gig. This was around COVID, that's why I was reluctant, and I just had my first son. But yeah, ended up coming over and really enjoying not just my rugby again, but the UK. It was great. I got to travel a lot, see lots of different places and cultures, and really enjoyed that side of things. So yeah, ended up signing a 2-year deal off the back of a short-term deal, and yeah, been here ever since, and glad for it as well, obviously.
Yeah, and then that journey took you to Exeter. So
Yeah.
how did Rugby convince you to come and join the Chiefs?
To be fair, I didn't need a lot of convincing. There was quite a few Chiefs at Ospreys at the time. Alex Cuthbert, Tommy Francis, Elvis Taioni, and I talked to them about, I'd been on the phone to Rob, and what do you reckon? And not a bad word was said about the place, which is pretty exciting. Doesn't happen very often. Someone's always had a bad experience or something, but these guys had nothing but good things to say about it. So I jumped at the opportunity, and yeah, again, glad I did so. Yeah.
International honours, were they on your radar?
Um, they were and they weren't. Like I said, I've always had people that have backed me, and that's why I've always backed myself. And so yeah, I thought, oh, it's a possibility, but when you say that, but in the back of your mind, you're like, yeah, it's a bit far fetched. Especially, I think coming over here, first season at Prem, a couple of games in, and I'm seeing the type of quality, especially in the back row, that England produces. And yeah, I thought, yeah, just park that for a moment and just focus on club each week.
Well, you did. Your
Yeah.
performances, you grew, you got better and better to the point where Steve Borthwick named you in his squad. Tell me about the moment where you found out you were named in the England squad for the Six Nations.
Yeah, was on the phone. Couldn't hear anything because my two kids were going nuts. It was bedtime for them. So I walked into another room. I'm on the phone to Steve, and he tells me that I'm in the Six Nations squad, and kind of just blanked out. Forgot what else he said after that. I think we had like a minute and a half phone call. Wasn't long, but I think that was like 20 seconds in or something. Short, like, it was quite quick into that, and sort of blanked on everything else, and then walk out the room, and yeah, my partner's jumping up and down. The kids are going. My little boy's going nuts, but he has no idea why. But yeah, it was just crazy. Like, yeah, words can't really describe the feeling. It was just pure joy and excitement, I think. Yeah.
And I guess getting in the squad is one thing, but then the next goal is actually to be part of the 23 and the starting lineup. So you seem to settle very quickly once you got in the doors.
Yeah, I had a lot of advice from players and coaches, just a few little bits and things that they think would have helped me to ease my way into the group a little bit quicker, and I tried to do that, tried to listen to the advice, and yeah, luckily, again, worked out.
Can you share what was some of the advice they gave you?
Lots of people just said, come into the squad, be yourself, but don't be too frigid. Don't be, if you're picked to be in an England squad, you're probably meant to be there. And so I sort of tried to approach trainings and meetings and stuff with that sort of mentality, mainly trainings, to be honest. Because they said, otherwise you just fade out.
England against Wales at Twickenham. How much has the rivalry been spoken about?
There's been a bit of chat about it. Yeah, it's obviously a big game for both teams. It's a real easy one for everyone to get up for, I think. I think there's no one, anyone that watches the Six Nations know this is a big one.